What's up, everybody? Yeah, I feel the need to come up here and put this video on, particularly for the reason because of the amount of people that have been in contact with me in the past few days, through text message, phone calls, a couple of emails here and there. And those of you folks that have been in contact with me have been showing an outpour of support and a lot of love towards me. And I got to come up here, and I think this was the best way to do it, to thank everybody for that. You know, I really appreciate it, and I am humbled by it. Really wasn't expecting, I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest with you, but it's overwhelming, to say the least. So moving forward, yeah, everything's good. I'm fine. I'm not too worried about anything right now, and for obviously I'm not going to get into any specifics here. So if you know, you know, and we'll just leave it at that. So quick story today, guys. My grandson was born this morning, okay? And I just got back now from meeting him over in a hospital. All right. My oldest daughter gave birth to him at 3:30 this morning. She was in labor for over 30 hours. God bless her. And, I went to go visit him. I went to go meet him. And it was one of the best days of my life. And I cherished that moment with him. And for those of you parents out there, I'm sure you can attest to this. It was a proud dad moment, for you moms and dads out there. I had a proud dad moment. And because I'm sitting there and I'm holding my grandson in my arms. I'm looking over at my daughter sitting there in a hospital bed. And I said, it was like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. It was a refreshing breath that I took, because I said to myself, yeah, Ray, you did a good job. You ought to be proud of her, right? And I say that because I taught my daughter the same lessons that I was taught when I was coming up as a kid. And a little bit about that, guys, I am not native to Rhode Island. Okay, for those of you that don't know, I grew up in a small town. All right, I was raised in a conservative household, and in that household, a lot of that time was my grandmother that was bringing me up, and then later on my father. So with that said, I was taught a lot of values, conservative values and morals. I was taught to show respect in order to get respect in return. All right. My old man always told me respect is not given to you, it is earned, right? I was taught to love my country, to take care of my family, provide for them as I became an adult myself, and to be a productive and successful individual. And I'd like to think that I did that. And I'd like to think that I passed on those values down to my two adult girls now that I have. And I felt that today when I was looking at my daughter, my oldest daughter. And I felt confident and reassured that she's going to take those same values and lessons that I taught her, and she's going to pass them down to my grandson. So that's the weight that was lifted off my shoulders, feeling that I'm trying to illustrate to you folks here. All right. And as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I've got another little girl on her way myself. All right. In 3 months, I will be expecting a daughter. So I'm going to be doing this all over again, going on 45 years old. This should be a bear after saying that, right? But it is what it is, and that's how I'm gonna roll with it, right? And I'm looking forward to it. And I'm gonna teach my little girl when she's here the same thing that I just explained to you guys, the same lessons, right? And to stand up what she believes in, to ask questions, right? To stand up for what's right, to not take any shit, and not to be intimidated or to let anybody intimidate her to try to change who she is, to conform to, well, what this society is today, right? 2023 America, which is vastly different from the America that a man of my age has grown up in, okay? Where if you are that type that is passionate, independent, and firm in your beliefs, and stand up for what you feel is right, today's society will vilify you for it, okay? They will try to punish you for it, all right? And for those of you folks that know me well, you know I'm a passionate person. Sometimes I can be a little bit too passionate. I concede to that, all right? And any trouble or any times I've been jammed up in my lifetime, it's not because I caused trouble. It's because I was passionate. It's because I stood up and called things out, called people out, asked questions. Because nobody likes to be challenged anymore, right? Not that like anybody wants to be challenged, but in a sense where you're trying to throw another light at it. You're trying to show them another way or explain it another way, or you're firm in your beliefs. People don't like that. People don't like that independence, okay? And we see it. We see it in schools, right? All across this country, where children are being groomed to live a different life from the way they were raised at home, right? We see it in the workplaces. We see it in pretty much all aspects of our life. We see it when we turn on the news, right? Again, like I said in another video, you turn on the news nowadays, they're not reporting the news anymore. They're basically giving you their opinions and shoving their ideas down your throats, trying to tell you how to think, trying to tell you how to live your life, right? And folks, again, we're seeing it all over the place. And because I refuse to change who I am, to throw away all my morals and all my values because maybe I'm offending somebody, or maybe somebody feels threatened because they don't understand that I'm just passionate and I care. No, I cannot change that. I refuse to change who I am. And I will continue to stand up for what I believe in. Okay? I enjoy my freedoms, or the very little freedoms that we have left in today's society. I value my life, so safety to me is paramount, not only to myself, but to the people that I love. So in a nutshell, folks, this is who I am. All right. Again, I can't thank you guys enough for the support, and I know this type of video is singling out this crowd. But yeah, it's for you folks. All right. I've been overwhelmed with the texts. I'm still receiving texts. It's insane, and it's a good insane. Don't get me wrong. I love it. And I'm confident that I'll see you all very soon. Thank you.